You could get mandatory jail time or even your license suspended.
The city says a slap on the wrist for graffiti is no longer an option. Mata Moreno is live with more on the story on what's happening out there. Mata?
Well, right now, the city does not have an ordinance against graffiti, but here in my hands, I have a House bill currently filed in Austin, and the city is supporting it and saying no more to this costly problem. Medina says the city wants to come down even harder on offenders and send a strong message
that we're not going to tolerate it.
They're endorsing House Bill 38 in Austin. Graffiti would become a Class A misdemeanor that comes with mandatory jail time. Those convicted could get their driver's license suspended. The parent would be responsible for restitution.
Y'all doing pretty good here?
Thank you. No problem. This is actually our first show that we've actually hosted here. So I mean, we're still kind of touch and go, trying to see how the turnout is, and it's very impressive for our first show. We're excited about it, basically.
Black Note Galleria.
Okay. Yeah, that's a little farther from here.
See, they interviewed this guy on Kent's 5, and he was saying that he could provide an alternative for the problem. Because this was a response to the video that the Kent's 5 reported on the Capitol trying to pass that new law.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely.
Where they interview him and he shows them, look, you know, I've helped plenty of people get out of trouble by providing an alternative, you know, outlet for their art, you know, their creativity and stuff. So we thought that this was kind of going along the same line or something.
Well, I mean, we basically provide everybody with the tools to be creative, you know.
Yeah.
And now, considering that most of our clientele are graffiti writers, that's why we are actually, you know, creating workshops to kind of steer people in the right direction as far as like mural possibilities and stuff like that. Classes on how to approach businesses, you know, to paint murals. They go about it a more legit way to where they don't have to feel like they can possibly be prosecuted for doing something wrong, you know?
Hopefully that will allow them to think twice about tagging, and because they won't be able to drive.
House Bill 38 would even increase the fines for those defacing historic buildings.
And for the most part, we're all trying to, you know, reach out to everybody, and that's another reason why we have these events, you know, for the sake of, you know, people being able to come out and, you know, network with all these other artists that already have had those opportunities given to them and have these, like, sanctuaries where people can go paint. You know, because all it takes is a little bit of communication, you know?
Councilmember Medina and those supporting the bill will be testifying in Austin soon in support of the bill, and hopefully it will pass.
Yeah. So many of the younger cats that come in here are a little too timid to actually walk up to some of these writers that they've, you know, grown up and, you know, seen develop throughout the years.
We first told you about a proposed bill in Austin that, if passed, would toughen penalties for anyone caught tagging property. Tonight there is a San Antonian speaking out about an alternative for those who use graffiti as a way to express themselves. Phil and I is live on this one to explain. Phil, what do you got?
Well, Jeff, this is that alternative. It's a place called the Black Note Galleria in Leon Valley. And take a look. While this may seem like just a bunch of graffiti, anyone here will tell you otherwise.
Of course, at that point, they're already trying to aspire to be like them, and how better than to, you know, talk to them and have them mentor you.
Yeah. What do you think about Banksy?
Banksy? It's a different...
And you're from Chicago?
Yeah. I mean, I'm a little more the letter styles type, you know, graffiti art. And, I mean, as far as, like, cool stuff, like, yeah, he's done a lot of, like, really political stuff.
This might look like an empty wall.
You have anywhere that you can paint in this building.
But down at the Black Note Galleria, it's a canvas.
We host exhibits here where people come in, network, congregate, and create. This whole place is open for artwork.
Anthony Martinez opened the Galleria in April.
This place is a part of me.
Knowing graffiti is against the law, he says this is an alternative to getting caught red-handed.
The main focus on this is to get people from tagging up the streets and being able to come here and release their energy in a way that will be showcased.
A lot of open your eyes type stuff, but it's not my cup of tea personally.
Martinez says there's a common misconception between graffiti art and tagging. While he wants the public to know the difference, he understands why many don't appreciate it. Out in the streets of San Antonio, how much of that is tagging and how much of it is art?
There's a lot of tagging. There's a lot of people, there's a lot of kids that are growing up that don't necessarily understand the culture to the fullest.
Yeah, I used to tag back in the day and I got out of it. Got scared a little bit.
I mean, honestly, nowadays, especially with everybody trying to, you know, make it a felony and shit like that, is it really worth it? No.
But with word of mouth, the Galleria continues to grow as a hotspot for graffiti artists.
One of my main employees,
and is keeping more people off the street.
He had a case for doing graffiti out in the streets, and this place has saved him. And he comes here, he's here every day, he does art here, he communicates with all the people that are on the streets, and he brings them here.
And the Black Note Galleria does more than just graffiti art. There's poetry, there's music, and pretty much any form of art that you can think of. For more information, just go to our website, kens5.com, and click on this story. Reporting live in Leon Valley, Phil and I, Kens 5.
It's supposed to be a hobby. It's supposed to be a good time. Hey. It's supposed to be something that, you know...
That's hard, though. A felony, bro?
And most kids, most cats that are doing it, it's a stress reliever. You get me? As opposed to hearing all this bullshit around you, or like remembering every shitty attitude person on the bus.
And back in the day when I was in 96, 95, I used to see some badass murals there by my crib. I wish I would have took pictures of them all. I was like,
yeah. I mean, there's definitely a lot of good quality stuff out there, man. But I mean, everybody wants to play that tough guy street vandal.
So say I wanted like a little mirror done like on a poster, like a banner or something. I got, like you said, it just takes a little communication or whatever. So I know what, anybody that's down for that. Just like something, not too much.
Each one of the employees that works here, except for the general manager, we've all been doing it for over 10 plus years. Yeah. So I mean, we're all fairly experienced.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you bring a job to us.
I'll do posters because we do like block street action, like we get into like getting petitions and stuff like that.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Yeah. And I mean, we're always open to like ideas like that, man, for sure. Yeah. Well, the two on the left, the one on the far left is Slope from Austin, and the one in the middle is Suffer from out here, San Antonio.
I appreciate you keeping helping me figure this shit out.
Yeah, for sure. You know what? Let me give you my card just in case you have any other questions.